I'm not. No, no. I forgot. But yeah, the Airbnb, crying at the hotel. We was like out 5, 6 in the morning one time. Then we finally got there. When we got there, even the guy, when he seen us, he was like, yeah, y'all gotta wait for the room. Like, cause I didn't explain the situation to him, cause I finally was able to book something, but I didn't explain the situation. I'm just like, bro, is there any way we could come now or whatever? He's like, yeah, but is this time, is that? I'm like, listen, I said we could wait any time, cause we don't have another place to go. We just want to have a place inside that's warm or something. We sit there, wait, it don't matter. And we even fell asleep. He was like, yeah, I seen y'all fell asleep. I could tell. He was like, I know how it be sometimes. Like, he could tell he probably was homeless himself or something, like, and going through it himself. He's like, yeah, no, y'all good. Y'all can just go in there. And so we went in there. We was only there for like a day or two, or no, I think it was probably 2 or 3 days. But after that, yeah, we was just Airbnb hopping around, bro. We was just Airbnb hopping around. And it got to a point where, like I said, I didn't go with my father because I didn't want Carl to be alone, and because he's a grown ass man, but he's still kind of young minded. Um, so I wanted to make sure he was good, you know. And it got to a point where I was just fed up, bro. I was just fed up. I cussed out my father. I'm like, yeah, cause he was taking forever to answer me back. I'm like, he was like, yeah, I might have another place for you to stay, possibly, or whatever. I'm like, all right, nigga, like, tell me, let me know, cause like he would take hours to respond back, and I'm like, I just felt like nobody cared. Like, I'm not trying to act entitled or anything, but that's what it felt like. It felt like nobody cared, and I know people go through stuff. I know people go through life, but like I was telling my brother, hey, are you okay? Like a hey, are you okay goes a long way. If someone, I don't, honestly, I didn't even really. It would have been nice if people gave me stuff or gave me a place to stay or something, but honestly, I didn't even really need that. I really just need somebody to check on me. It was like nobody gave. It's like, oh, you got kicked out. Okay. I was like, wow. And this is people I'm close. This is like people I'm close to, family. Like, granted, I didn't talk to my cousins in like a minute, but we used to live together all the time. If they didn't have a place to stay, they would always be over our place. If we didn't have a place to stay, we would always be over their place, always, no matter what. You like we didn't care about the space. So when my cousin LaQuinn was like, oh, you can only be here for this certain amount of days, and she even came at me about smoking and stuff and drinking. She was like, yeah, like in this household we don't do that. I'm like, you treating me like I'm a bad person, like I'm just fucked up. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, follow your rules and this stuff, but I would never put her. I'm thinking about me and how we used to live together, so I would never put her in a predicament where I'm like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. If it's my place, I want you to feel comfortable. Of course, be respectful of the space. Of course, like, yeah, like, be respectful. But you're telling me, like, yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is why it annoyed me. I'm grown. I'm not a fucking child. That's one thing. Okay. Two, she was acting like I was smoking inside of her house. Me and Carl would go outside and smoke, far away, not near the house at all or nothing. We come back, she say, "Oh, you can't." How are you telling me what I can or cannot do? If I'm not doing it in your house, you can't tell me what the fuck I do outside your house. Cause what do you mean? I didn't smoke in your house. So what else are you saying? You're saying, oh, we don't condone it. Cause I think I had beer in her fridge too. It's like, you acting like it's a crime or something, or like we a bad person if you do. Like, no. And that's what I realized. I realized they started lumping me in with Carl. They started comparing me with him. That's what it was. Because I had sympathy for him, and because I wanted to help him out and motivate him in a different way. Because that's partly what they would do. I mean, kind of his sister, one of his sisters, just yell at him, talk down to him, put him down. They did that for years. So it's like, who knows what that does to his self esteem? So that's why. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I'm not saying, oh, they was wrong in how they went about things, because if you keep telling somebody to do better for years and they still not doing better for years and they're not motivated to do nothing for themselves, I get it. That can be frustrating and annoying as hell. But it's also like, bro, that's your brother. And then it's also like, he don't never disrespect them. ever. He don't never talk down, and I'm not like, yeah, he may be nonchalant and like kiddish sometimes, but that's your little brother. God forbid he died today or tomorrow. She like called the cops on him and everything because he was standing outside the house. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. That's not. And no offense, if you are watching, you got a lot of healing to do. I don't mean no harm, and I'm saying this from love, but even the way she talked to her mom, bro, is not cool. It's not cool at all. And honestly, that like we are reflections of each other, so that was also a reflection for me because there's certain times where I've talked to my mom a certain way. Like if I was angry about something, and that made me realize I'm like, damn, you really need to appreciate your mom more for real. Cause she even said to me one time, like, cause like I said, I would be getting upset at work and stuff, and she was like, yeah, you just talk to me any type of way in front of these people, and I let you be because I know you're angry and I understand where you're coming from, but that do be making me feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie, and I was like, damn, I know that hurt me. Like I thought about it, I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, she's right. She's right. She do just let me be, and it's not many people like not to. I don't come off braggish or whatever, but I have the best fucking mom in the world. My mom showed me unconditional love, bro. She gave me the freedom to let me be who I am. You know, never really asked me for rent because you know how parents be. As soon as you hit 18, shit, before you hit 18, they be trying. You want to pay some rent? You want to pay the bill? And like she always like cared about my goals, my passions, anything I wanted to do. She never said, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." She always motivated me. Anything I ever did, she always showed me unconditional love. Say you could be anything you want to be. She said, "Just be better than me." She said, "I just want you to be happy." Like my mom always made sure I was good. Always. Like we didn't have a lot. We was poor. It was poverty. It was times where I was sleeping on people's couches or on the floor or something. Or just staying with somebody else, but she was a single mom doing the best she could. You know what I'm saying? So I would never fault her for that at all. And I think she has a lot of guilt about that. And the thing is, like, she has nothing to feel guilty for at all. Like, I know in her head, she's like, damn, I didn't really couldn't probably provide, but it's like, that doesn't mean that she wasn't a fucking amazing mother. You gave me the most important thing. Unconditional love, the freedom to be me, self-awareness, spirituality, open up my mind. You know what I'm saying? Those things are valuable things. It really is. You know. And we just put a lot on money, like, you know. But yeah, besides that, I'm just saying I just felt like, damn, nobody cares. Besides my mom. It's the only person that was like, you know, yeah, it was just like, bruh. Cause that's the thing, and that's the thing is like, this is how I knew he just wanted me gone. Is because he was like, well, the reason why is because the kids, I guess, because you know his daughter has siblings or whatnot, and he's just a helpful person. Like I said, he does have a good heart, but people still have good hearts and still be shady as fuck. As above, so below, as within, so without. Integration, we, you know, but he was trying to help them out. He's basically trying to help them out, and he was like, "Yeah, I just need the room because I was staying in the room." And he was like, "Yeah, I just need the room for them, you know, so I gotta put beds in and all this stuff." I'm like, all right. I really wasn't trying to hear anything he was trying to say, but I thought about it. I was like, okay, if they just need the room, why can't I sleep on the couch? It's like a big. It's two couches down there actually. It was like a little lounge joint, and the boys had their own room. The girl, his daughter, has her room, and that room is big enough to put the other kids in there. And he has his own room. Mind you, he's never in that room because he's always working, and his daughter sometimes sleep in there or whatever. So, and I know them kids are gonna be in that damn room, but it's just an excuse. It was just like he just using an excuse. Just how he said, yeah, cause Kenya told Carl that he gotta get out at this time. Okay, Kenya told Carl. Kenya didn't tell me. And not only that, this isn't Kenya's house. It's your house. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And like another thing why I was disappointed with my cousin, because he would call them and I know he was talking shit on the phone. Because she would try to get off the phone. She'd be like, oh, well, I don't know nothing about that. Because I was in the room and probably didn't want me to hear. But I peeped all that, bro. I peeped all that. And I was just like, okay. Alright. Like, even when I was about to leave, my cousin was like, where you going? Where you going? And I was pissed off because I was like, I'm not telling y'all shit. Because y'all talking to this motherfucker and he just gossiping. And then what they going to just say. And I know we gossip, bro. I know it because I heard him on the phone one time. I heard LaQuinn and him gossiping about somebody else. She was, I think it was Eddie or something. She was like, yeah, cause this, and he stayed here. It was like a beneath me feel. That's the energy I felt. I was like, not y'all talking shit about people in their predicaments and stuff. It's like, damn, like, I got nothing better to do, huh? I'm like, okay. Because I know he was trying to justify himself. That's because he probably cared about his little image. Because that's how he presents himself. Yeah, I do this, I do that. I help this person out. That's all he be saying. You be helping all these people out. Okay. I'm not saying he doesn't do that, but I'm like, you kicked me the fuck out though, and didn't give a fuck where I had to go. Because I told him, I said, I don't have no place to go. And I know it was premeditated because, like I said, I told my grams, I asked her, I said, can I stay here? And I told him, I said, because I felt the energy. When I tell you I felt the energy that he wanted me to go. I felt it. And I said, yeah, well, I understand. Like, if you want your space, I got my grams, she told me I could stay with her. This was like weeks before he kicked me out. So he was already plotting. He was like, oh, you got another place to go? So you've been wanting to kick me out, bro. You just didn't want to look like the bad guy. But you look like the fucking bad guy anyway, because it's like, bro, like, how you kick me out the day of? You didn't even give me no time. Because even when he was on the phone, he was like, well, because of this time, the 5th. And when I explained everything, and I'm like, no, I didn't know nothing about that. Nobody told me nothing about that. Either way, you should be telling me because it's your fucking house, not them. How you expect them to tell me about something and they don't even live here? And they far away. I know you old, but you not dumb. Like, don't please stop acting dumb. Like, stop. Don't insult my intelligence. Stop it. Just stop. That's the problem. You think I'm Carl. And you don't realize, because you haven't been around me in years, you don't realize that I'm not that motherfucker. Not saying, oh, Carl that way. I'm saying it's so much more to me than you fucking think. You don't really know me. I thought you did. You don't. Because if that, you wouldn't fucking compare me to begin with. You think I'm just like everybody the fuck. Get the fuck. Now I'm getting pissed. Ooh, stop, baby. Stop. But let me stop this, bro. Get it out anyway. Consider this shadow work. I gotta get it out anyway, but I really need to hurry up though, because I do want to go out and finish my workout. But I was like, all right, let me do this. But yeah, bro. Yeah, that was not fun. Yeah, I just felt like nobody there. I was just like, damn. And even my friend, I fell out with my friend. She was like, I was like, this is why I asked her. I said, did you see the video of me snapping about my godfather kicking me out? She said, yeah. I was like, because mind you, this was like, I didn't even contact her right away. I contacted her probably like a week or two after, after I posted all that. Like, it was a while after. And when a month went by, I was like, damn. I'm like, checking on the damn. I was like, what's going on? Because I know she seen some of my videos on TikTok. So I'm like, that's why I asked her that. And she was like, yeah. And all I wrote was LOL. Okay, I left it at that. Here she comes, this Scorpio. She's like, why? You know why. Come on. You know why. Don't ask me why if you don't want the answer. Because you know why. I asked you that. I said, well, if you really want to know, since you're asking me, because like I said, I left it at LOL, okay. I wasn't going to say nothing else to her. But she asked me why. So I answered. Don't ask me why if you're not going to be open to the answer. I'm just saying. Because I told her truthfully. And I didn't even say it in a mean way. I did send her a voice message. This was after I cussed out my father. And I was pissed. I was yelling. But I told her, and I remember saying this in the voice message. I remember saying this. I said, because I sent the voice message, I didn't feel like typing. So she probably heard my tone. And this is probably why she said, you're acting like I owe you something. But I remember saying that voice message. I said, look, this is why. Because I'm like, damn, I thought you would at least ask me if I'm okay. I didn't ask her, could I stay over a place? I didn't ask her for money. I didn't ask her for shit. Nothing. I just said, hey, did you see my video? And I was like, no, I just figured you would say, hey, I'm okay. Because we're friends, and that's what friends do. And you vented to me about things. I vented to you about things. We've been friends for a couple years now, even though I was in Florida. And I wasn't really talking to anybody. The reason why I wasn't talking to anybody is because I was in that fucking stagnant, stuck energy, that loop of just working, angry, disappointed. Not only that, sharing a room. I didn't even have a room to myself. I was sharing a room with someone else. No, not really no privacy, nothing. For like 2 or 3 years. Because I did have my own place at first, but got kicked out of that place in Florida. So I had to start rooming up. And me, with my energy, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not communicating with nobody. And I fell out with a couple of friends. It was some friend, she came at me, she said, you keep saying the same thing. That you're going through this, you're going through that. I'm sorry, bitch, when did life stop lifing? What? She's like, you've been saying that since I was 18. I'm sorry, I didn't know there was a time limit on depression. I didn't know there was a time limit on mental health. What are you saying right now? I'm gonna get to her for a second. But she was like, she asked me, so I told her truthfully. And I didn't even come at her no type of way, bro. I think it was my tone. I'm telling you, her with her little Scorpio self probably got offended by my tone. But I even said in that voice message, I said, look, I'm upset right now, but I'm not even upset with you. I just got done with my family. I said, I'm upset with my family. It's just a lot of stuff going on with my family. Nobody really been checking on me. Besides my mom, nobody really give a fuck. And it's like, you don't have to give me nothing, but encouragement goes a long way. Like, I'm like, damn, at least I got people that care about me. Cool. But going through that and feeling alone and feel like nobody cares, that was even worse. Compared to maybe if I actually felt like somebody cared, I probably would have felt even a little motivated, even if I was going through stuff. But I'm like, damn, oh my God. I said, wow, nobody fuck with me. That's what I'm like, and I get, like I said, I see both sides. I know spiritually, if they're not matching my frequency or we're not in alignment, then the universe is like, you don't need to be around that person. So maybe that's partially what it was. Cool, but I'm still like, wow. And then I think another reason why people probably also didn't give a fuck is because they probably thought I really wasn't going through something. They probably thought, oh, she's posting all about her clothing brand and she's posting these pictures. No, sweetheart, I'm trying to actually embody my spirituality, actually embody the lifestyle that I want, and actually be consistent in what I'm doing, even when I'm going through bullshit, like getting kicked out. I'm still trying to have fun. I'm still trying to have self-care days. That's what I was doing. Even though I got kicked out, I was still going out, trying to have fun, have some days to myself, still stick to that routine I had, but it was so chaotic, I couldn't even stick to the routine I had. I was just crying every other day. And drinking. Started drinking. Smoking too. And I was kind of doing that before, but it was excessively now more. Because I'm trying to deal with these ups and downs and the emotions I'm dealing with while going through this. You know, so it was just, don't get this social media stuff fooled, okay? People like to pretend on social media this and that, but I wasn't pretending. I was trying to have a balance. I was trying to just still put my stuff out there and still remain positive, even with what I was going through. Because I like to also show other people, like, hey, no matter what you're going through, like, you'll be good, bro. Universe really got you. And universe really did have me. I was just still going through the emotions. I was going through the emotions, bro. I had to go through the emotions. I had to feel them. I couldn't ignore them. I couldn't. And now I just accept them freely. If I gotta cry, I just do it. Because I'm just like, fuck. It's okay. Just cry. If you didn't cry, cry. I cried on the bus. I cried outside yelling. I cried so many places. Like, I'm like, bro. It's, you know, but, yeah, she was like, yeah, you acting like I owe you something. And I bro, when I tell you I try to be so calm and explain myself of why I felt some type of way that she didn't check up on me, and she took it that way. I said, really? You're gonna, instead of saying, because she even said in her voice, she said, when she asked me why, I was like, well, I just figured you would check on me. She's like, yeah, I know. So you asked me why, even though you already knew why I had that response. And then you doubled down and was like, yeah, I know, but I just didn't want to be bothered because I have a lot going on myself. She's like, I didn't want to carry that extra baggage. I didn't want to put that on. I'm going to try and hurry up doing this because my story's about to run out. But I lost friends, basically, more than one friends. My ex/friend also fell out with her. I went to my dad's. My cousin stayed with me for a while, but then after a while he had to go. Me and my dad's girlfriend got into it, so I had a place to stay for a little bit, and then got kicked out again because me and her got into it. But I ain't gonna get too much in that. I ain't even gonna waste my time on that energy. But I'll explain in another video. But I'm running out of storage, so I got kicked out. Trying to figure out another place to go. I had to sleep in a utility closet at my godfather's apartment. Mind you, he kicked me out, but there's a utility closet there, so I just stayed and slept in there. My cousin, he was like kind of staying at his dad's, but he was still kind of staying at the apartment too, so he was sleeping in a utility closet with me as well. But then this nigga one day went over his dad's. I'm like, damn, you're not gonna invite me? You're not gonna ask your dad if I could stay at least the night? He didn't even care. He literally just upped and disappeared while I'm sleeping in a utility closet. I'm like, bro, where you go? He said, oh, my dad just texted me. He said I can come in. I had to leave quickly because he might have fell back asleep. You ain't telling me bye, nothing. I was like, bro. So not only did I get disappointed by a lot of people, but this nigga also disappointed me. I'm like, I'm Airbnb hopping with you, spent damn near $4,000 making sure you eat, making sure you good, making sure you got a place to stay, that you not out in the cold, and you can't even ask your father if I could stay there for a night or at least for a couple hours. And not even that, you didn't even tell me you was leaving. You just left me there by myself. And I'm a woman, I could take care of myself, but what if I was in an unfamiliar place? What if I was like at a train station utility closet? So you just gonna leave me there as a woman, as a man? You're not even gonna make sure as a man that I'm good before you go, even if your father said no, I couldn't come. I said, this nigga is really not shit. I said, I don't even fuck with him right now. Like, yeah, I still talk to him, but he don't even know. Like, I sent him a message. Everything I just said just now, I sent him a message. I told him, I said, you're selfish as fuck. You're selfish, bro. You're selfish. And he knew it, so because he sent me that emoji where the teeth is out and stuff. Like, he knew, like, he was weird for that. And I still talk to him from time to time, but he don't know that, like, I really don't fuck with you, bro. I really don't. And that's why I ain't really been checking on him like that, nothing. I ain't really been hitting him up. I don't even really want him around my brother, because that's another thing. They keep lumping me in with him. My godfather's daughter, or adopted daughter, accused me of stealing some Yeezys. I'm like, bro, actually, I am gonna call her a bitch, because she went on her way cussing at me. This bitch, first of all, when she accused me of that, I was like, I wanted to send her my account so bad to show her how much money I had in my account. Because, yeah, I was home free and on the streets, but I had money. I had money on me. It's just my money was taking a long time to get mailed to me. It was taking a long time to get mailed to me, bro. And the money I did have in my account, I needed that to stay for the Airbnb. I spent damn near $4,000. You talking about Yeezys. I don't need your fucking Yeezys. And then you accusing me. Go talk to him. She's like, yeah, because you might have seen him take it. Wow. Wow. This girl watches my stories all the time. All I talk about is spirituality, doing right, all that stuff. This is how I know you fucking slow too. Because it's like, what? So you're just a monitoring spirit. I'm thinking like she really watching my story. She's actually engaging. She cool. Like she actually interested to know about spirituality and stuff. No, you was just watching me to probably report back to your godfather. Cause how you accuse? Cause if you really fucking know me, bro, you wouldn't have said that shit to me. And then you cussing at me. That's another thing. And she's like, see, I'm like, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna go back and forth with a 16, 7-year-old. That's one thing. So I just let it go. But I'm looking at her like, you being disrespectful. Bro, you lucky. Listen, that's the thing about embodying this spiritual path. You keep giving people chances, but it's like you keep thinking shit's sweet. That's where you're gonna get your ass caught up. But I let it go, cause I still had mail coming there. I was like, you know what? Just shut up. So I just blocked her. I said, listen, you need to talk to him about that. Don't come at me accusing me of shit. She's like, I didn't accuse you of nothing. But you just said it. You just said it though. You just said it. So what did you say? You might have seen him take it. He's like, if you did, that's fucked. You're accusing me. However you put it, you're accusing me of co-playing or cooperating with it. Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I swear to God, if I see her, I'm gonna tell her, fuck you, fuck, bro. And speaking of that, you're lucky. And I even told her, I said, bro, you coming at my character. It's things I know about you that I didn't even accuse you of. I just let you be, and I didn't assume nothing about you. She's like, well, whoever told you need to shut the fuck, they don't really know me. Honey, they heard you talking. They heard you talking, baby, about what you do. Meeting up with fucking 30-year-olds and shit on a plane and shit. Selling. You selling? What are you doing? Are you selling or are you selling that? Want to talk about somebody, deal with that shit first before you start coming at me about something. Deal with that 16, 17-year-old. And that's another reason why I keep saying it's more to being a father. You need to emotionally be there, not just physically provide money, because they start going to other people for that. You don't even know what the fuck's going on with your kids. Your own daughter sneaking out, going around, fucking almost damn near probably got hit by a fucking car, and you don't even know. You don't even know what she's doing. Your little daughter and your older daughter. The fuck? Coming at me about, I like talking shit about people. How about before you start talking shit about people, you figure out what you got going on first? Thank you. Not bad, but I'm getting all out of hate, but I got kicked out. Got into my dad's girlfriend, all that stuff. Me and my dad was even getting into it. I'm like, bro, if you take her side and you just doing that, you really don't give a fuck about me. We not gonna have no relationship. Cause I ain't see him in years. So I'm like, the fact that I ain't see him in years, I'm like, we, trying to rebuild our relationship, all this stuff. And I'm like, you letting her like brainwash you, bro. Like, I'm like, it's like, I'm not even brainwash you, but I didn't get on too much stuff on that. But after that, I got kicked out. I was sleeping in the utility closet for a day or so. I tried to ask my nana. Nana couldn't. I don't know how she couldn't, because she has like 2 rooms. She has 3 rooms actually. So, but she's like, no, I don't have no space. I'm like, okay. Ask Rams again. I can't. So I'm just like, I was just like, bruh, I was just done. So I got fired from my job in Florida. Came down to Philly. This is the timeline. I came down to Philly. Was staying rent free place for a while. Then my godfather kicked me out literally with no notice or nothing. Literally the same day. I had to get out that same day. I started Airbnb hopping. The money that I saved up for Thailand, went to Airbnb hopping, spent damn near $4,000 Airbnb hopping, making sure we eating food, the lifts, all that stuff, preparing for the Thailand trip, getting my passport, my documents all sorted together, making sure I have supplies and luggage and all that stuff for the Thailand trip and all that. It's like, bruh. And then my teeth too. I have a problem with my teeth, so it was like, on top of that, I'm like having health problems too. I'm like, bro. And then I deal with my dad. Me and my dad try to build a relationship, but me and him is butting his, and then I start butting his with his girlfriend because she want to act weird as hell. There's a whole nother situation with that. That energy I peaked. I'm realizing I can't be around. I was thinking about it. I was like, give her a chance, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no. in this energy shit that's going on, we not giving people chances no more. It's either you're gonna do the work and actually stay the course, or get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. We're not playing those mind games or that dipping into your shadow. If you are dipping into your shadow, integrate your shadow, balance your shadow out. Don't be toxic, please. I'm not dealing with it. Either way, that happened, got kicked out. Me and my dad, we was like ruffling, but me and my dad, we made up. We actually, you know, we chilling right now. But even with that, I didn't have a place to go. My brother, and I couldn't even go back to my dad's place. He had his own place, but like I said, it was a project home, and he has to be there in order for me to stay there. And even if he is there, I can't be there for more than 14 days. I can't stay. Nobody's supposed to be spending the night, so that wasn't even an option. Even though he wanted me to be there, he couldn't even do that. So I had to hold on. Me and my brother got into it because like he told my dad. I told him, I said, don't tell dad where I'm at, because I didn't want my dad to know where I was going after I got kicked out by his girlfriend. I'm like, just leave me alone. Because at that, I'm like, because he said he took up for me. That's what he said. I believe him, I do. But at the time, I was just like, you taking her side. That's what it felt like. It felt like he was taking her side. And it's not really even about taking side, because like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna take accountability for that. I own my shit, regardless. But it just felt like, I'm like, bro, I ain't seen you in years. We trying to rebuild our relationship and stuff, and you ruined it already. Like that's what it felt like. I'm like, bro. But he said he took up for me, and I believe him. But he still has a child with this woman, a newborn baby at that. So I understand him wanting to be in his child's life, all that stuff. I understand him wanting to do better. But sometimes my dad, we basically made up. I could have been over there a little bit, but like I said, can't really spend the night over there. So I was trying to figure out where to stay. My brother met some people that he became friends with, and that person was kind enough to let us stay there. You know, because my brother was going through his own situation. So I was staying in somebody else's place that I didn't even really know like that for like a whole month basically. That whole month, I basically was like finalizing me going to Thailand. And that's what I told him. I said, all I need is a month. I wasn't even planning on staying there. I was just like, my brother was like, hey, can we spend the night here or whatever? I don't know if he, like, I hope he communicated that or whatever, but yeah, he asked us one day, he was like, what's going on with y'all living situation, all that stuff, and we just told him what happened recently and the other stuff that I had going on. And they go by they. I was like super nice to like let us stay there. So I was really thankful for that. And that's what I mean when the universe provides. Even though I was going through all that chaos, I was still in alignment, you know. Because like I said, I was having health problems with my teeth and stuff. I had cavities, and you know, your heart is connected to your teeth and all that. And when I tell you I was in so much pain, I was in a lot of pain. Like even before I got there, like I mean, even at my godfather's, like the pain settled down, but it started coming back up again. And that's what I mean about being in alignment, because I manifested me. Well, first of all, the money I had, I manifested that. I ain't gonna tell you how much money I got, but I manifested a good amount of money. Right, I just was waiting for that money to come to me in the checks. And not only that, like I said, I was having problems with my teeth. My dad's girlfriend, she's into herbs, so she had all the herbs in the world, and those herbs would actually, you know, help cleansing my system, but also helping with my teeth and stuff. Like she had all that there. So the universe was aligning with people. Like I said, the universe gives you what you need. You know, not what you, well, they give you what you want too, but universe really gives you what you need. And if you're in alignment, you're gonna have things are gonna be taken care of for you. So that's what was happening. Like, yeah, I was going through chaotic stuff, but I was still aligning with what I needed truly, and you know, matching my stuff was matching my frequency. Like even in me going through that chaos, there was people that was like super kind. I was sometimes receiving like free stuff, as far as like, I don't fucking know, what was it like? It's like little things. People was just nice to me. Like, if I want to like bear or something, I want to this or that. It was just like, so there was, even through the ups and downs, I felt like nobody was there for me. There was moments where I met certain strangers that was like kind, certain strangers that was giving me advice. That's another thing. I was meeting all these strangers that was giving me advice, It was like stuff that I was going through because I had a lot of anger at the time, and most of the strangers I was meeting, they kept saying like, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about this person. I'm gonna just let it go. This and that. And it's like I'm not gonna let nobody tamper with my frequency, my energy, none of that. So I knew the universe was talking to me through different people. I knew I was experiencing different things. From the universe, I knew it was all in alignment. Like I knew I was in alignment, but that doesn't mean that even if you're in alignment, that you're not gonna feel the emotions of that up and down. You know what I'm saying? And you have to honor those emotions. So that's what I was doing. So anytime I had to cry, I did it. I didn't give a fuck where was it. And I still made time to be happy even through that chaos I was going through. It was a lot. So yeah, but even when I had time to stay at the place I was staying at, the person that let me stay there, their name is Hadley. Even that, it was drama with that. Like one of the people he was friends with, he hit them with a bamboo stick. Had to call the cops. It was all this drama with that, and he threatened my brother. So and that's another thing. Before I went to Thailand, I was even upset about that because I'm like, I'm very protective of my family, and it's like, you threatened my family. I wanted to be around for that. So it was just stuff going on with that, and then just it was just a lot, So timeline is got fired from Florida, went down to Philly, was in Philly for damn near a year. My godfather kicked me out. And I got fired from that job in Sweet Green. But I had money with me, so I was like, all right, I'm good. I just got a plan for this trip to Thailand. But most of that money went to Airbnb hopping and taking care of my cousin that was with me that also got kicked out. A grown ass man, might add. But I was like, I'm not gonna let him see out in the streets. Then drama happened with me and my dad bumping heads, and then me and his girlfriend getting into it, and then also taking care of her children. It's like I'm trying to do my projects and prepare for Thailand, but I'm watching her children, and I'm like, this is not something I agree with. Like I said, I don't mind watching your kids and helping you out because you're helping me out with a place to stay. But it's like, bruh, the kid was bad. The kid was bad. I've never met that kid. But I loved her though. She was actually like really. She had her sweet moments, but she was bad. She would hit you and something like, bro. What the But dealing with that, got kicked out from there. Just bullshit. I had to sleep in a utility closet, and I can show that picture. I was sleeping in that joint. I was sleeping in that utility closet even before. And when me and my cousin was Airbnb hopping, we damn near slept in a laundromat. The laundromat was 24 hours, and we even slept in there. We was like there like 5, 6 in the morning one time, like waiting for my dad to answer the phone because he wasn't answering the phone or nothing. So it got to the point where the laundromat kicked us out. And we went near my dad's place, and we just sat on the street like with all our luggage, and it was super cold too. Mind you, this is during winter, like cold in this time. So we was just tired, and I was like, fuck it, bro, we might as well just bundle in. And then I put the scarf over us, and we damn near fell asleep there. But as we was falling asleep, about to fall asleep on the street, my dad pulled up. Like at first I was like, all right, let's sit here, but like we can go smoke. Let's go smoke. So because you need to smoke, you need to relax when you're going through stuff like that. So I was like, all right, let's just do that. And then as we smoking, we was like, after we smoked, we was gonna go back and just lay on the street. My dad came up, he finally appeared. He's like, yeah, my bad, my phone died. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, we out here, we need a place to stay. I'm like, we damn near in the laundromat, and it's in the hood. Like, bro, and thankfully, we met some people, they was chill, but you gotta be careful with people with different energies and stuff. But even with that, it was an old head that came. He said, yeah, it's a laundromat down there. I could show y'all be good there. And I knew that was the universe taking care of us as well. Like he felt like my grandfather. Like he felt like the spirit of my grandfather. That's what I felt. Like that energy that I felt. Sometimes, your spirit guides, your angels, ancestors, they will send people to you, or universe will send people to you to help you out or align you with different people, different places and things, matching your frequency and stuff. But like I said, I'm going through my Saturn return, so I know all of this was like a big test. It was a big test to see if I was going to hold my frequency and actually still stay committed to going to Thailand and stay committed to doing what I need to do and said I was going to do, my life purpose and soul purpose. But yeah, I was sleeping in a fucking utility closet. I was sleeping in a laundromat, damn near sleeping on the streets. And thankfully I had a place to stay. My brother found a place to stay for me, and he came along as well because his mom kicked him out. So like when I say everybody I knew was getting kicked out of places, is that big energy alignment shit, bro. Everybody was universe aligned, like what people need to be. People you need to be around. And the people I was being around was people that was like-minded. I was reconnecting with my family that I didn't see in years. So the universe was reconnecting me with what I needed. I need family. I need foundation. I need to align with other spiritual, people. Not even spiritual. They don't have to be spiritual. Just compassionate people. People that actually want to do something with their life, like have goals and want to create systems and stuff, and actually raise a vibration or create a new earth. So that's what the universe was aligning me with. So I seen it. I knew what it was. But even when I knew what it was, I was still going through it. I was still going through it, bro. When I tell you I never cried so much in my entire life, but it felt good to cry though. It felt good. It felt good. I honored my emotions. When I was sad, I was sad. When I was angry, I was angry. When I was wanted to cry, I cried. When I was happy, I was happy. Like I was really going with the flow. I was just like, fuck it. I said I have no choice but to flow. What else can I do but flow? I have to. I can't, like, because if I sit, I'm already going through a tough enough situation. If I just sit there and complain, not only am I, that's bringing in negative energy, that's bringing in other manifestations. One, if I complain, but also, it's like, that's just adding extra pressure to myself. No, just let the shit go and just like, fuck it, like, deal with the emotions of that day, then move on. Honor the emotions, have some self-care days. That's why when I told people what I was going through, people probably thought I was fucking joking, because I was still posting about my clothing. I was still posting smiling pictures and stuff and all that, and I wasn't trying to pretend or nothing. That's why I was honest and put it out there. I said, this is what I'm going through, this is what happened. But I remember, like, my ex, like, who I saw, she said, I didn't know it was that bad. Like, I didn't know, like, until I seen your video, you snapping and crying. And I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, like, I don't know what kind of homelessness people experience, but I maybe a homeless day experience is like staying with other people or roommating with other people, but I was going through, like, no, nigga, on the streets, like, you gotta figure it out. Like I'm down there, and thankfully, I think honestly, thankfully my Godfather apartment, you can get into the apartment, like the door's not locked, so I could go in there and at least sit in the hallway or like lay in the hallway to have a warm place, because like I said, it was cold outside. So, and then like the utility closet, found out about the utility closet, and then they had a basement down there, so that's where I stored my luggage. Like I bought a lock, stored my luggage there, because I had 2 big ass suitcases. Like, so it was just, bro, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I was still posting. But after a while, I stopped posting, because after trying to stay strong through all that and go through the flow, I felt exhausted when I finally had a place to like stay for a little bit, which was at my brother's friend's house. You know, yeah, I feel like I'm reliving the emotions now. I'm like, shit, but it was a lot, and so I'm saying this because niggas probably think, oh yeah, she wasn't really going. No, nigga, I was going through shit, bro. And I felt like nobody was there. Like, I really was. And, like, the reason why I posted about my homelessness was, one, to see if somebody could cash at me, but also to see if, like, not even to see, but also to be transparent and to be authentic. Because I feel like when people start doing content and content creation, people be acting like, oh, yeah, they're having the best life and they're not going through no ups and downs or nothing. No. I've always been the kind of person, like, what you see is what you get. And that's probably why some people have their opinions about me, because I don't fake a smile. If I'm not okay, I'm not gonna sit here and put on a happy face. Like, you're gonna know my emotions. And you know how people be like, how are you today? And people are like, oh, I'm good. But they say they're good just because that's the normal response to say. That's what people typically say. But I'm the kind of person, you ask me, I'll be like, you know what, it was actually trash today. It was actually trash today. You know, I'm actually not feeling today. And like, I'm the kind of person, like, I'm quiet. I keep to myself. I don't really have much to say. I'm more of a listener more than anything. Like, yeah, I'm yapping now, but that's because I'm in front of a camera. But really, I don't have much. I really keep to myself. And sometimes people take that personal. They think I don't like them or something, or they think I think they're boring, maybe, or I don't give a fuck, or I don't care to have conversations with them. It's just, no. If I'm comfortable around you, I'm cool with sitting in silence. I don't mind. But if I'm not comfortable around you and I can tell that you're uncomfortable by silence, then of course I'm gonna make an extra effort to make conversation. But it's like, we really don't have to. I'm that kind of person where you could be yourself around me. You don't have to put on a show for me. And I don't care. I want you to be I appreciate genuine energy. That's all. But you don't have to put on a mask. I feel like people put on a mask, and I don't think I'm not saying people being fake. Well, some people are, but I mean, people don't expect people to care about their problems or whatever. It's like, people just expect you to be happy, this and that. It's like, bro, no, people is going through shit. Even the spiritual people, they be doing their little whatever, witchcraft, or reading their cards, or doing their reading, whatever they do. And they be telling like, oh, their life's going good, but nigga, you're going through ups and downs too. You know you are. You know you are. And someone, I'm not saying all spiritual people, some people are completely transparent with this. But even if they're transparent with it, they don't really talk about if they got kicked out or, oh damn, like my bills. Because most of the time when they're doing it, they're talking about abundance spells, money spells, all that stuff. Right? But like, bro, come on. I'm not saying it's not real. I know, I can tell when someone's real. I can tell when somebody's really got spiritual gifts and when it's like, I'm not sure about you, but I know, I could tell. I'm like, oh, this person, no, they're the real deal for sure. But yeah, I just feel like it's nothing wrong with. I feel like people aren't transparent, even when they're trying to build wealth or they're trying to build a better life for themselves. They'll pretend like, oh yeah, I got it going on, when you really don't. But also, I understand that's a 2-layer thing. The 2-layer thing is that's also part of manifestation, embodying and knowing that you already have it. So you kind of like step into these rooms as if you already have it, even if you got $0 in your fucking account. And that's basically what I'm doing. You know, I'm embodying that version of me, even if it's not in front of my face. I feel the energy and know that it's there. But what is the point of me saying all that? Yeah, I just want to be authentic in my expression, because I plan on being a full-time content creator and a traveler around, and I want to be honest and authentic in what I'm presenting. I want to be authentic in my travels about, you know, information about the places. I also feel like people kind of liven up travels too. They're like, oh yeah, this and that and that. But no, I'm gonna be honest about the good side and the bad side to everything, you know, because we need the bad just as much as we need the good. Because if we didn't have bad, how would we grow? How would we appreciate the good when it is there if we didn't have the bad? So you can't just push off the bad, like, no. So it's like, I want to show people like, hey, yeah, I'm going through all this shit, but I'm still going with the flow. I still made it. I still did what I said I was going to do, which was be in Thailand. And now I'm going to finish and continue what else I have to do with my life purpose and soul purpose. And I might be even going through ups and downs with that too. But guess what, baby? I'm still going to flow. I'm still going to flow regardless. Okay? So that's why I put it out there and stuff. And I don't like people in my business, but I put it out there anyway. But I'm like, nah, because like, it's nothing to be for. I'm not ashamed of anything. First of all, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Homelessness is nothing to be ashamed of. Have you seen the economy? Have you seen? It's damn near $100 for like 5 items of food. Seriously, I went to Publix one day and I was like, what did I just? I don't even know. It's just and the rent. Don't even get started on the rent. I'm surprised any of y'all even have a place to stay. I'm gonna be honest, and I mean that for the whole world, especially in New York and the places that, girl, they are expensive. But yeah, and yeah, it's just a lot. And this is just like a little short preview of what I went through. I'm gonna put the full video up on YouTube. But bruh, yeah, I just want to be authentic in my expression. So I am a content creator. I am a full-time traveler. I am just a creator in general. And I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff, but I'm also going to be giving back to the collective, because I know just as much as abundance I receive, I know I need to share that and give back, because that's what we're meant to do. We need to stop. I feel like we're selfish. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, getting your own business, but I feel like too many people, especially us black people, we're too caught up in like, oh, getting it and then we're showing it off. But it's like, what are you doing to get back? Did you know that it's billionaires and millionaires here? And did you know that it's literally I don't know if they said millionaire or billionaire, but it's 4 millionaires or billionaires that could stop world hunger right now. That's how much money they got. 4 people. And then imagine all the other millionaires and billionaires that's there besides those 4 people. We're so fucking selfish as humanity. We really are. Truly. And I get it. People got their own shit going. But it's like, and we get it. Conspiracy theories, the government system. We know they're corrupt. But it's like, it's a time for, I get it. Yes, build your wealth for yourself. Do that. Because I get it, that's the point, you build your wealth. But when you build your wealth, don't just keep it to yourself. You need to give back in some way, or create a system that would help other people in some way. And not just for some reason because you just want to make money. Like, it actually helps them in some type of way. Genuinely. You know, but that's what I want to do. That's what I am doing. And I can't wait to share with you guys. Definitely stay tuned in. But yeah, if I disappear here and there, it's because sometimes you need solitude, especially when it comes to spirituality and connecting with my spirit guides, my ancestors, and my angels. That's all aligned with my highest good. Connecting with them. Sometimes you need solitude, and sometimes you need silence in order to hear them. Because sometimes when you start hustling and you start rushing and you start operating from a place of lack, feeling like, oh, I get it. You're really operating from a place of lack, because what you're telling the universe is that you don't have it. Versus relaxing, not rushing, planning accordingly, grounding yourself, and executing those things and embodying those things. That's a different kind of energy, you know? And I want to give that to people, because I've had it in spurts, but I haven't had it consistently, and I would like to give that to somebody consistently. So I have plans for sure. Definitely want to share with you guys soon, but that's another thing my spirit team have been telling me is to shut the fuck up. They've been telling me, why do you keep saying stuff? It's like they understand because I'm excited, because I like to share, but they're telling me, like, lead by example. Just do. Stop talking about it. Just do it. And also, stop telling people, because you have people that have negative energy. You have people that are monitoring spirits. You have people that have entities attached to them that just want to fuck up some shit sometimes and just want to be nosy and see what the fuck you got going on. There are such things like that will use a human being just to fuck up what you got going on. Yes, people have spirits attached to them. If they're not doing right in their life and they're constantly given to negativity and they're constantly, your body, your temple, you have all this distorted energy within you. So it makes it easier for them to attach to you. And sometimes y'all don't realize y'all really being influenced by other shit. Y'all don't even realize, some of y'all don't even realize that y'all really being influenced by other shit. Besides the government trying to disrupt our energy with the frequencies and all that stuff, and the food, the processed food and all that stuff, spiritually, some of y'all have shit attached to y'all. And sometimes not even stuff that's attached to some of y'all have trauma that y'all haven't dealt with in years. That also disrupts y'all energy. And so that's why some of y'all can't really manifest, why y'all keep manifesting bad shit, because y'all not regulating y'all system. Y'all not getting rid of the trauma that's in y'all body and shit. You know? And meditating goes a long way. Somatic exercise goes a long way. And I'm not perfect. Sometimes I slip up. Like I said, going through the ups and downs. That's why I try to flow as much as possible. But yeah, even with that. But it's getting dark. I was supposed to go to the gym, get in the pool. It looked like it's windy as hell, man. It looked like about to rain, but yeah, I'm in Thailand now. I'm gonna try to do as much content as I can. But like I said, this is a vacation for me, but it's really a work thing. Like, I'm really here. I just wanted to experience this, have some peace, have some space to regulate my system, manifest, get my routine in order, prepare for these projects and these businesses that I'm about to do. Prepare to execute, basically. I give myself 2 months. I'm here for 2 months. That's what I gave myself that time. So when I get back to Philly, it's nothing but on go. And yeah, but Thailand has been good. I'm gonna explore a little bit. I've already explored a bit, but I mean, I know a lot of people tell me, like, my family and certain friends I've had, oh, take pictures, do this, and I've been taking videos, been taking pictures here and there, but I'm really most likely just gonna be inside. Like, besides the complex I'm around, like going to the gym, swimming pool, all that stuff, grounding, I'm really just gonna be on side working. Like, yeah, I'm an explorer, but I really need to crack down. Like, I can't be in a procrastinating, can't even say the word, procrastinating mode. Just can't. Or like getting distracted. Even the event I went to a black event, I'll talk about that. That's what I was saying, like, people really are reflections of you. Because the energy was crazy, and I was receiving guidance from spirit and universe. I could tell just the way people were talking, the certain things that people were saying. I could tell universe is like giving me insight on certain things. I'm like, okay. It's like, okay, got you. But yeah. So I was thankful for that too. So I want to go to their networking event, but yeah, I literally came down here. That's another thing. I came down here with damn near $0. And I know y'all probably like, bitch, how the fuck you get down there with $0? How you that's why I said I'm gonna try to do exploring, but it's like can't really do that much exploring if I don't really like. Yeah, I can walk around, but I'm not in central Bangkok. I'm in North Bari, whatever how you pronounce it, and that's like 30-40 minutes away from Bangkok. So this is like it's kind of city, but it's really not that much city. I mean, that's why I said I have to explore and see and like walk around. And then I think I'm kind of close to, I don't know what the hell that thing is over there, but yeah. Yeah, I came down here with only Wi-Fi, no phone bill paid. I got down here with and damn near only like a couple $100, and that is it. Baby, I made a way. I know what y'all think. Y'all like, bro, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta take risks. Sometimes you just gotta do it. At least live. You need to live. Just live. And when I get back to Philly, I don't know where the hell I'm gonna be staying. Y'all like, this bitch is crazy. Yes.